Hi everybody, Brent Jones, NuHomeSource Realty. How are you? I want to talk about the current market, current real estate market in DFW. Just real quickly, kind of give you some current observation of what's going on and what it's going to take in order for you to be able to get a house in the DFW area in today's world. Before we get started, click notifications, follow me, like this video, comment down below, and share the video with your family and friends. Okay. So, it is the summer of 2023. A year ago, the market was insane in that you had to, if you weren't a cash buyer, you were already at a disadvantage. So if you were FHA or VA government type programs where you could get out of the contract if the property didn't appraise, you were already at a disadvantage. So cash was king, conventional loans were next, and depending on where you were, you needed to be prepared to pay every bit of full asking price, if not more. In a lot of cases, you needed to be prepared to pay more. And that was really, that's not sustainable. That was really difficult for local buyers to try to compete against that. A lot of that was coming from buyers coming from the West. Yes, California, also Arizona and New Mexico, people moving from the West, moving towards Texas. So that was a year ago. The market has calmed down for a number of different reasons. Number one, interest rates have gone up, so a lot of buyers have dropped out of the market. Everything is supply and demand. So how much demand is there and how much supply is there? So there's less demand because a lot of the buyers have dropped out of the market because of interest rates. Some people are concerned about the economy, and yes or no, are we headed to a recession? And so they're concerned about their long-term stability with their jobs, and so that might be causing some people to hit the pause button as well. So the market has calmed down, which is a good thing. So that's the good news. Okay, here's the bad news. This is still Texas, and people are still moving to Texas from all over the country. And again, supply and demand, we have a limited number of houses. We have an ongoing, constant, ever increasing demand for houses. So we're not where we were back in the summer of 2022, but the market is still extremely competitive. Now, you need a good realtor. I'll be happy to help you, but if you have another realtor, that's fine. Your realtor really needs to educate you on what's going on in the area, in the price range that you're wanting to buy. So, all in all, the market has calmed down, but there are certain situations, certain areas, certain price points, certain pockets of the DFW Metroplex where the market is still insane, and you need to be prepared to offer every bit of asking price, if not more. Again, consult with your realtor. If you don't have a realtor, I'll be happy to help you. But you need to analyze what's going on in the exact area that you're wanting to buy. What's going on in the price point that you're willing to spend. And what has sold in the last 90 days. And what have they sold for? And as apples to apples as possible. Can you break it down on a per square foot basis? So what the listing price is, what is that price per square foot? Is that competitive with what has actually sold, apples to apples, in the last 90 days? What you might find is, in some areas, again, you're going to find that we've actually had some price reductions, and we've had more price reductions now than we had this time last year. Sellers were not having to have one or two or more price reductions in order to get an executed contract. That wasn't where we were. Now, in some areas, in some pockets, in some price ranges, yeah, sellers are having to have a price reduction or two or maybe three in order to get an executed contract. But that's not everywhere. There are areas like HEB, Hearst, Euless, Bedford. There's something about HEB. People love the mid-cities. In Dallas-Fort Worth, they always have. I don't care what's going on in the economy. The HEB market is always good. I think it's the price point. It's not real expensive. It's the location, in that you can be in Fort Worth in 10 minutes, in Dallas in 15 minutes, and the airport in 7 minutes. It's the location plus the school district. HEB Schools are good. So it's kind of a check, check, check. So if you're in the HEB, Watauga, North Richland Hills kind of area, you might be surprised what you're going to have to do in order to get a house. And again, consult with your agent. Let them tell you what's going on. But you need to be prepared to, even if the house needs updating, you need to be prepared in most cases to pay full retail, if not above asking price. So I guess to sum all this up, I'm saying there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is the market has calmed down in North Texas, but in certain pockets of North Texas, DFW Metroplex, it's still the Wild West. It's still, you got to sharpen your pencil, and you got to be as competitive as possible, and basically have the mindset that you're going to get one shot at this. If you're in one of those really competitive pockets of the Metroplex, where houses are coming and going in a matter of days and they're selling for 100% of asking price, 101, 102, 103%. Your offer needs to reflect what's been going on in that area in the last 90 days. So you may not want to pay that, but if that's what you want, that price point in that area, that's what the market is telling you. The market will talk to you if you'll listen, and it will tell you this is what a competitive offer in this area looks like. This is what your offer needs to mimic or mirror it if you want to have any kind of a hope of getting a home. So the market has calmed down, but it hasn't calmed down in all areas. You need a good realtor to help you and advise you as to what your offer should be to be as competitive as possible. Again, I'll be happy to help. I've been doing this for 33 years in North Texas. If you have any real estate questions, anything I can do to be of help, don't hesitate to call, text, email me, Brent Jones NuHomeSource Realty, 214-649-4528. Brent Jones NuHomeSource Realty, 214-649-4528. Happy hunting. Bye.